The Curse of Oak Island preview. Team learns that map has been pointing to treasure vault all this time. This week on The Curse of Oak Island, an ancient map points the way to the fabled treasure vault and the money pit. As well as an intensification of borehole drilling in the money pit area, we'll also see the guys get one of Gary Drayton's finds dated, and it is super old. We'll also see further excavations at the swamp as the guys continue in their efforts to uncover a wharf buried below the murky waters. And the preview does appear to show Gary Drayton unearthing what appears to be a strange structure. We then hear archaeologist Laird Niven announce that appears to a slipway. The guys have been investigating a pier or wharf-like structure in the swamp for the last few weeks now. Last week, they even sent diver Tony Sampson into the sea off the coast of the swamp to check how far the wharf goes out to sea. Unfortunately, Tony's search was inconclusive, but if they have now found a slipway in the swamp, then this all ties into the theory that ships were able to unload large amounts of cargo, hopefully treasure, in or around the marshy area and onto the island. The guys also think they've discovered a trail that leads from the swamp to Lot 15, where there may be a tunnel leading underground, perhaps to the money pit. Expert says Oak Island map points to the treasure. Add to that the exciting news that archaeologist Erin Helton is back on the show, and she thinks she knows where the treasure vault can be found. Helton specializes in maps, and she's been studying the ancient French map that Oak Island expert Zena Halpern previously gave to the team. In a previous episode, Helton correctly determined that the guys would find 2 stone markers at very precise locations, so she clearly knows what she's talking about. And according to the preview, she believes that Halpern's map has been pointing to the treasure all along. An ancient coin found on Oak Island. This week, we'll also see an old coin discovered by Gary get dated by an expert. The coin in question is quite distinctive as it had a square hole in the middle, which led one expert to suggest it might be Chinese. In the preview for this week, we hear an expert date the coin somewhere between 400 BC and 400 AD, meaning it's at least 1600 years old. This could be evidence that an ancient Chinese civilization visited the island. As another nail-biting season of The Curse of Oak Island ramps up, the Lagina brothers and their tireless team of treasure hunters find themselves on the edge of the most electrifying breakthrough yet. After more than a decade of digging, draining, drilling, and deciphering clues hidden in cryptic carvings, ancient manuscripts, and long-forgotten maps, the pieces are finally starting to fall into place. In a stunning twist teased for the new episode, the team uncovers fresh evidence that suggests one of the oldest maps in their collection has been pointing to the actual treasure vault all along. This game-changing revelation could bring them closer than ever to solving the 229-year-old mystery that has haunted Oak Island since 1795. The clue hidden in plain sight. For years, the team has studied a variety of ancient documents, but none more enigmatic than a tattered 14th-century map believed to be of French or Portuguese origin. Until now, they believed the map was simply a general guide to the island's layout, full of cryptic symbols, strange annotations, and misleading trails. But thanks to new technology, including ground-penetrating radar overlays and high-resolution digital scanning, expert archaeologist Dr. Ian Spooner made a shocking discovery, one that has the entire fellowship of the dig buzzing with excitement. The scale was off, Dr. Spooner explains in the preview. But once we overlaid it with modern topography using GPS alignment, the coordinates started making perfect sense. The markings we thought were natural terrain features actually form a triangle. And at the center of that triangle, a previously unexplored shaft, one that aligns precisely with where a treasure vault would have been hidden by 14th century standards. This triangle, now dubbed the Templar Triangle by fans and the team alike, connects 3 known mystery points on the island. The stone triangle near Smith's Cove, the infamous H.O. stone near the swamp, and the now-defunct shaft 10X. At the intersection lies a patch of earth no more than 20 feet in diameter, until now dismissed as ordinary island terrain. Rick Lagina, visibly emotional, tells the camera, "It's humbling. We've walked past this area hundreds of times, but we were so focused on the money pit and the swamp, we never realized what was hiding in the blind spot." The team surveyor, Steve Guptill, confirms that this convergence point had gone unnoticed due to the dense tree cover and a collapsed sinkhole that skewed their early mapping data. It wasn't until the map was digitally enhanced that its true meaning was unveiled. Drilling into destiny. Within days of the discovery, heavy equipment was moved in to begin exploratory drilling at the new target site. The drill team, led by Charles Barkhouse and Terry Matheson, was cautious but hopeful as they bored into the earth. By the end of the first 48 hours, the core samples began to tell an exhilarating story. They hit wood, then clay, then more wood, evidence of layered construction, typical of vault protection structures. Marty Lagina, the engineer and ever the skeptic, couldn't hide his excitement. "This isn't just natural fill," Marty says in the preview. "It's engineered. Someone built this, and they built it to last." Then came the kicker. Metallic hits from the sonar probe. The data wasn't conclusive yet, but the signature was unmistakable. Something dense, metallic, and uniform sat beneath the layers. Could it be chests, boxes, a sealed vault? Echoes of a Templar legacy. Adding more fuel to the fire, researcher Doug Crowell uncovered an obscure journal entry from a French navigator dated 1347. In it, the writer referenced a chambre du roi sous l'étoile. Translated, the king's chamber beneath the star. The phrase echoed the triangular map's celestial annotations, suggesting not just a physical triangle, but possibly a symbolic alignment with the stars. "We always thought the Templar connection might be a stretch," Rick admits. "But now, with the triangle and the chamber reference, it's no longer a theory, it's a historical trail." To verify the metallic anomalies, the team calls in diver Tony Sampson, who will enter a newly drained cavity near the intersection point in the coming episode. His job? To explore an underwater cavern that may connect via tunnel to the potential vault location. Stakes higher than ever. This potential discovery could change everything. For years, the Oak Island team has faced setbacks, flooded shafts, collapses, government red tape, and even tragedies. Every day has been a gamble. But this time, their decades of persistence, research, and passion may finally pay off. The preview hints that something dramatic lies just below the surface. In a particularly tense moment, a team member radios back during the dig, "You're going to want to see this for yourself." And then, silence. The screen fades to black, with only the hum of machinery and a final voiceover from Rick Lagina. If this is what we think it is, then the real mystery isn't just about what was hidden, but why it was buried here and by whom. The legacy of the vault. Speculation runs rampant. Could the vault contain the lost jewels of Marie Antoinette? The original manuscripts of Shakespeare? Or is it something even more profound, artifacts of religious or historical importance that would rewrite history? What's clear is that the map, once thought to be little more than a riddle, has become a beacon. It may have always been pointing to the very heart of the island. The treasure vault, long considered legend, may be real, and its door may finally be within reach. As fans wait with bated breath for the next episode, one thing is undeniable: Oak Island has never been more alive with possibility. This time, the X doesn't just mark the spot, it tells a story centuries in the making. And that story is just about to unfold.